want to thank you all for tuning in and making sure that you guys are practicing hard. And I want to talk about something that students sometimes don't practice much. And I want to make sure that you guys are thinking about that, and that's rhythm guitar and the concept of putting these chords together that I'm playing in a way that really can help you create cool rhythm guitar parts. Okay, so let's talk about what we've got going here. This is a seventh chord, kind of a funk vamp, kind of a generic funk vamp. And what I'm talking about here is using the shapes of D7 in a variety of different positions, but in 3-string shapes. Okay, so we get like these nice, tight little crisp sounds without the fuller low-end strings ringing through. Okay, so I'm talking about the top 3 strings. So notice this first shape. It's got the 3rd on the top. It's a D7 shape. The next shape has the 5th on the top. Okay, it's also a D7 shape. The next shape here has a 7th on the top, and notice that it's not a complete chord in the sense that it only has a 7th, a 5th, and the 9th, but it still works good for our purposes. And finally, the last shape has the root on top. So with these shapes right here, right, you've got all the chord tones in different inversions of D7 and 3-string shapes. Okay, now that's cool in itself, right? That can be effective, but you might want to get some of the notes in between. So let's talk about what you get by the notes in between. I'm talking about the notes of the top string here, right? Let's say I want to get the G on the top here, but I don't really have a G7 chord with a G on top. So what I do is I use an inversion of E minor. This is an E minor shape, but against D, it's still in the key of G major. So it sounds pretty good for the D7 as a passing chord. So I might go, right? That's kind of a cool idea. Now I have a melody connecting, right? Okay, now notice that I can even slide into the chords. That's kind of an effective device. So don't forget about that, okay? Now check it out. What are we going to do with the 6 on the top? We don't have a 13th chord maybe, but we're going to play this B minor shape on the top, and now we can get the 6th degree of the scale on the top. So now I can go from the 6th to the 7th to the tonic, right? So that's kind of a cool sound too. Right, so we've got pretty much a melody note for every degree of the scale, right? And you can even go up to the 9th on the top there, okay? So that's what's so cool about this. You don't have to necessarily play every one of these chords that I'm playing, but you can put them in different combinations to make up some cool kind of grooves, okay? So I'm going to explore these a little bit more. Let's have some fun. Here's the one I started playing near the beginning of my demonstration, and I was using the 9th chord shape to the G major shape or the B minor shape to an A minor shape, right? And I was putting that together in a nice little group. Right? So let's try that out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you're hearing basically is a little hook within the guitar part, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys, okay? Little hooks in your guitar parts always make your guitar rhythm sound more interesting. All right, so you got your work cut out for you, so you practice that stuff, and I'll see you around the halls of MI. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.